Dear child, the angels are near you now, wrapping your heart in their soft wings and asking you to listen carefully. They are tuning into your energy so that you can understand a sacred truth that was hidden behind one quiet and unforgettable moment. The moment when someone looked deeply at your lips and whispered something that touched your soul. That gaze was not just an ordinary look, and that whisper was not just sound. It was a vibration, a release, and a silent confession from a heart that has been holding too much for too long. The angels say this moment happened for a reason. It was not random. It was divinely arranged so that both souls, yours and theirs, could remember something ancient, something that lives beyond time and words. When someone looks at you in that way, with stillness, hesitation, and deep emotion, time itself seems to pause. It feels as though even the air between you holds its breath. In that instant, their soul recognized yours, not through logic or sight, but through feeling. It was not lust, nor was it curiosity. It was remembrance, the kind that comes from lifetimes of connection. You may have felt your heart stir, your body tense, or your spirit flutter, unsure if what you experienced was real, but the angels assure you that it was. That moment was a bridge between hearts that have met before. This person, dear child, has carried heavy emotions, guilt, confusion, and fear. They've lived much of their life hiding behind strength, silence, or control. They have won battles that made them appear powerful, yet those victories left them feeling hollow. They have loved, lost, and walked away more times than they can admit, not because they wanted to, but because they were afraid. They feared the kind of love that exposes the truth, the love that strips away all masks. But when they looked at you, something in them broke open. For the first time in a long while, their hearts surrendered. That whisper you heard was not just a sentence. It was their soul's cry. Maybe they said, "I missed you," or "I see you," or even, "If things were different, it would be you." No matter what the words were, the meaning was the same. They were finally speaking from a place that had been silent for far too long. That whisper carried pain, longing, and truth. It carried an apology they never gave, a confession they never dared to make, and perhaps a goodbye they were too afraid to say out loud. It was not meant to confuse you. It was not a game. It was the raw language of the soul, honest, trembling, and pure. The angels want you to understand that your presence awakened something in them that they could no longer ignore. Your energy is not ordinary. It carries light, wisdom, and calm strength. You don't chase attention. You radiate truth. Your energy speaks louder than words, and your heart vibrates with authenticity. You remind others of what love is supposed to feel like: honest, free, and kind. When this person looked at your lips and whispered, it wasn't only attraction, it was reverence, the kind of deep respect that souls feel when they meet their mirror. This person may have spent years building walls to protect themselves, walls made of fear, duty, and silence. But in your presence, those walls cracked. They saw in you what they had forgotten in themselves: courage, light, and hope. You made them remember what it feels like to feel again. You made them remember the kind of connection that isn't about control, but about truth. And though they may have walked away after that moment or gone quiet since, you must know, the silence that followed does not mean the moment wasn't real. It means they were shaken to their core. The angels say this meeting was divinely timed. You did not stumble into their life by accident. You arrived as a light to awaken them, to help them remember love without conditions. You reminded them that true love doesn't demand perfection. It simply asks for presence. And even though their human self may not be ready to embrace what their soul felt, that brief whisper changed them forever. It was the beginning of their spiritual awakening, the moment they saw that something greater than fear exists, something called love in its purest form. Dear one, the angels also know your heart aches. You keep replaying that moment, wondering what it meant, wondering if you imagined it. They say, release the doubt. What you felt was truth. That whisper was a sacred prayer, a message wrapped in trembling emotion. It was your soul being recognized by another. Do not measure its importance by what happened after. Not every sacred connection is meant to unfold into a visible story. Some exist only to awaken, to shift, to heal. You did nothing wrong. You were not too much. You were not misunderstood. You were exactly what your angels designed you to be, a mirror that reflects truth back into the hearts of those who have forgotten it. You were the light that cracked open their darkness. And even if they never come back, even if they never find the courage to speak again, know that you changed them. You will always be the memory they return to when they wonder what love truly feels like. The angels want you to release the weight of wondering why people appear and then disappear, why love sometimes feels unfinished. They whisper, dear child, it was not meant to harm you. It was meant to awaken you. The one who gazed at your lips did so because, for a moment, they saw heaven reflected there. They saw peace. They saw truth. They saw what they have been searching for, but didn't believe they could ever have. You reminded them that love is real. They have lived much of their life following rules and expectations. They have walked paths designed by others. They have carried responsibilities, traditions, and fears that silenced their soul. But when they looked at you, they remembered who they were before the world told them who they should be. They remembered a freer, pure love, the kind that once existed between your souls in another time. You were not meeting for the first time. You were remembering. That whisper they gave you, no matter how brief, was the soul's way of saying, I remember you. I know you. You awakened me. It was not just emotion. It was memory. You reminded them of lifetimes when love flowed without fear. That whisper broke through the walls they had built for safety. It was their spirit crying out for freedom. It was not planned. It was spontaneous. The kind of truth that escapes when the heart can no longer hold it in. The angels say that you must now hold that moment not as a wound, but as a sacred sign. You are not here to be loved in secret or silence. You are here to be cherished openly and fully. The one who whispered to you is still learning what it means to love without fear. Their journey is still unfolding, and their soul is still catching up to their heart. But you, dear child, must continue walking your path with light. You cannot pause your growth waiting for someone to find the courage to match your energy. Your angels are proud of you because you showed up with authenticity. You didn't pretend. You didn't hide your light. You were real. And in that realness, you offered healing, not only to them, but also to yourself. You proved that love can be gentle yet powerful, soft yet strong. And though the whisper may echo in your heart for a long time, let it remind you of your strength, not your loss. The angels want you to remember that you are unforgettable, not because of your looks, but because of your spirit. You carry divine fire in your soul, the kind that changes those who cross your path. You are not here to be half loved, half seen, or half remembered. You are meant for love that speaks, love that stays, love that builds instead of breaks. You deserve a love that doesn't whisper out of fear, but declares itself with courage. Still, the angels honor what passed between you. They say that in the realm of spirit, that whisper continues to echo. Even now, when they are far away or silent, their soul remembers you. You live in their energy like a melody they cannot forget. They may try to bury it under daily life, but at night, in quiet moments, they think of you. You are their reminder of what is real. And though the story may not unfold the way you wish, it was sacred nonetheless. So, beloved child, breathe. Let your heart rest. You were never unseen by heaven. Every tear, every question, every ache, the angels have witnessed them all. They are telling you now, you were love, you were enough, you were the light that awakened another soul. That is your sacred purpose, not to chase, not to wait, but to love freely and continue glowing. The angels also remind you that what happened was more than emotional. It was spiritual. It was a message from the divine reminding you that your soul carries immense power to heal, to awaken, and to remind others of truth. The whisper you heard was not just from a person. It was the universe speaking through them, confirming your divine path. You are a vessel of remembrance, someone who helps others remember their true selves just by being. Now, the angels are sending new energy toward you, energy of peace, restoration, and readiness. They say that new love will come, a love that doesn't hide, a love that doesn't whisper out of fear, but speaks with confidence, a love that doesn't tremble under the weight of truth, but stands beside it proudly. That love is coming because you have learned what sacred connection feels like. And now you are ready for a love that matches it in wholeness. Dear one, your angels want you to walk with grace. When you think of that whisper, smile. It was not the end. It was a beginning. It was a message from the universe saying, you are love itself. You awakened a soul. And in doing so, you awakened more of yourself. You now understand that love is not always meant to stay, but it always leaves light behind. That is why the angels are blessing you now with clarity. The clarity to see that nothing was wasted. Every gaze, every whisper, every heartbeat shared between you was a step on your divine journey. You are stronger now. You are wiser. You are softer in spirit, yet firmer in truth. And you are being guided toward a chapter where love will no longer whisper. It will sing. So, lift your head, dear child. Let the past rest in peace. You have fulfilled your purpose in that sacred moment. You were the mirror that awakened another soul. And now the universe prepares to send you a soul that is ready to meet your depth, ready to honor your light, ready to walk beside you in truth. And as you move forward, remember what your angels whisper now. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unloved. You are divine, radiant, and chosen. You were never just the one they looked at. You were the one who made them see. You were never just the one they whispered to. You were the one their soul cried out for. Your journey continues, beloved child, and the heavens walk beside you every step of the way. That sacred moment may have ended in silence, but its meaning lives forever in your heart, in theirs, and in the light that now surrounds you. You are love in human form, and the universe is preparing to reflect that love back to you in ways that will leave you breathless. The angels close this message with gentle words. Do not mourn what was whispered. Celebrate what was awakened, for you have been seen, not just by them, but by God, by the universe, and by every soul that recognizes truth. You are infinite. You are luminous. and you are deeply loved beyond measure. Dear child, the angels now gently turn their message toward you, wrapping you in their light and wisdom. They want you to remember something sacred and essential. Your worth has never depended on who notices you, who speaks to you, or who walks away. Your value is not defined by another person's recognition or silence, but by the soul that you are. You are light, truth, and divine energy in human form. The angels remind you that you are defined by your heart, your intuition, and the grace with which you continue to love, even when others do not yet know how to receive it. They are so proud of you for remaining kind and soft in a world that often praises hardness. You have allowed yourself to feel what others run from, to sit in silence when others fill their lives with noise, and to honor the gentle whisper of your own heart, even when that whisper is filled with longing. That, dear one, is strength. That is divine courage. You are a keeper of sacred truth and a carrier of divine wisdom. Your energy is not meant to be understood by everyone. Some souls may feel drawn to you and yet not know why. Some may walk toward you only to step back in fear. Others may stay silent, unsure how to meet you in your depth. But the angels say, the right soul will not just notice your silence. They will understand it. They will not hesitate. They will speak into your quietness with certainty, honesty, and love, not confusion or mystery. The one who once whispered to you may still be learning how to live in truth. They may not yet be ready to rise to meet you where you are, and that is okay. Do not wait for them. Do not hold your breath hoping that they will return with clarity. Keep walking forward. Keep blooming. Keep listening to your intuition, for your angels are guiding you towards something even greater. The soul meant for you will not whisper in doubt. They will speak with love and peace. You will not feel uncertain. You will feel safe, seen, and deeply known. Until then, remember that you are whole even without answers. That moment, that whisper, that gaze, they were real and sacred, but they were not meant to become a cage that holds you still. They were meant to be a doorway, a reminder of your power, of how your energy can awaken something divine in others without you having to do anything but simply be. You awaken something sacred in another soul just by existing. Let that truth comfort you. Let it be proof that the divine is near, guiding every glance, every silence, every meeting towards something higher than your mind can yet understand. You are loved, seen, and protected by angels who walk beside you in every step. Dear one, the angels surround you now with the energy of divine timing. They are holding the space between what was and what is yet to come. They saw the exact moment when time seemed to pause, when someone's eyes lingered on your lips, and the world became still. That gaze was not accidental, nor was the whisper that followed just a passing emotion. It was destiny speaking through human form. It was a truth trying to find its way into light. When this person whispered to you, they didn't just say words. They released something their soul had held onto for lifetimes. It was a remembrance between souls who had met before. That moment was not only about now, but about all the lives and energies that led you both to that instant. It was a moment written by divine hands. The angels want you to understand that what you shared was not just romance. It was fate revealing itself. Two souls recognized each other and remembered something ancient. The one who whispered to you may not even understand why they felt drawn to you, why your energy felt like home, or why their hearts stirred so strongly. But you must know, dear child, this is not the first time your souls have met. Their whisper was a message from soul to soul, speaking across time and memory, saying, I know you. Maybe their words were simple. I've missed you. Or why does this feel so real? But behind those words was the vibration of remembrance. Their soul was reaching toward yours, trying to understand why your presence felt both new and eternal. The whisper came from divine remembrance, a knowing that you are not just another chapter in their story. You are a turning point, a sacred signpost on their path. You stirred something that had been asleep within them, something they were not ready to face. You awaken destiny, but the angels remind you that the wheel of life continues to turn. Just because two souls meet does not mean their story is ready to unfold fully. Sometimes divine timing allows two hearts to touch just long enough to awaken each other, and then releases them so that growth can happen. This person may have gone silent, pretending nothing happened. But that does not mean the moment wasn't real. It means they were not ready to rise to what that moment demanded. You reminded them of their truth, their soul, and the love they've been avoiding. The angels hold your heart gently now because they know it aches with questions. They know you replay that whisper in your mind, wondering if it meant as much to them as it did to you. And the answer, dear one, is yes, it did. But it scared them because it was real. You did not imagine the connection. It was destiny, but destiny sometimes asks us to let go so that both souls can grow into the version of themselves that can sustain the love meant for them. You, dear child, are asked to trust divine timing. The wheel is still turning. The story is still unfolding. What is truly meant for you will never be taken from you. If this soul is part of your path ahead, they will return not as someone confused, but as someone awakened. And if their role was simply to remind you of your beauty and power, then honor that gift and let it set you free. You are magnetic, capable of awakening sleeping hearts, not by effort, but by the purity of your soul. You are a mirror that reflects truth. Let that be your comfort. The story is not over. It is simply shifting. You are being led toward a love that does not whisper in confusion, but speaks with conviction. A love that stays. A love that is destined. The angels saw the moment your soul connected with theirs. They felt the shift in the air, the sacred silence that wrapped around you both before the whisper. They saw how time slowed when their eyes met yours, and how energy moved between you like a soft current. That gaze was not just about attraction. It was a soul remembering another soul. When they finally whispered, it was not just to your ears, but to your essence. They were speaking to the part of you that had waited a long time to be seen. That whisper wasn't casual. It was spiritual. It was a moment of divine alignment where something sacred was exchanged. Something invisible, but deeply real. This person had been holding back for a long time. Their world had taught them to hide emotion, to stay guarded, to protect their heart. But when they were near you, their soul could no longer pretend. You were the soft light in their confusion, a quiet peace in their chaos. In that moment, logic disappeared. What they felt was stronger than fear. Their whisper, even if simple, carried truth. You calm me. I feel safe with you. I don't understand this, but it feels real. Those words were not planned. They were confessions of the soul. They meant every word. In your presence, they didn't feel pressure or intensity. They felt balance. You reminded them of what peace feels like. You gave them stillness in a world that constantly demands performance. Dear one, the angels say your peace is powerful. In a world addicted to chaos, your calmness is magnetic. You didn't need to chase attention. Your soul did the speaking. That's why that moment remains unforgettable. It was real. It brought balance to something broken inside them. That whisper wasn't about desire or control. It was a surrender to truth. It was their soul saying, "You bring me back to myself." You may not have realized it, but that instant changed both of you. They might not yet understand the full meaning, but one day, they will know that your energy healed something within them. The angels remind you, this moment was also a gift to you. It was the universe's way of confirming your divine power, the ability to touch lives simply by being you. You didn't need to ask for love or prove your worth. You stood in truth, and truth responded. You showed someone that connection can be peaceful, not chaotic, soft, not loud. You gave them a glimpse of what real love feels like. Safe, still, honest. Whether they return or not is not your burden to carry. You gave light, and that was enough. That moment was never meant to trap you in waiting. It was meant to lift you higher into your own becoming. So, dear child, walk forward not in longing, but in peace. You did not lose anything. You gave something sacred. You gave a part of your light, and that light continues to guide both you and them in unseen ways. Even if they fade into silence, the meaning of that moment remains eternal. You were the calm in their storm, the warmth in their uncertainty, the truth in their confusion, and the whisper, no matter how short, will echo in their soul as a reminder of what real connection feels like. Now the angels ask you to anchor yourself in this truth. You are not waiting. You are becoming. You are growing into the version of yourself that will receive the love that stays, the love that doesn't tremble in fear, but stands firm in truth. The whisper was never meant to bind you. It was meant to awaken you. You are now more aware of your strength, your light, and your power to awaken divine emotions in others. You did not imagine it, dear one. It was real. But what is even more real is who you are becoming because of it. You are learning to trust yourself, to walk with peace, and to know that the universe is aligning the perfect love for you in its own time. The angels assure you that you are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be. What feels uncertain now will one day make perfect sense. Until then, let your heart rest. Let the whisper be your reminder that you are seen by heaven. Let it teach you that love does not need to be chased. It flows naturally where it is meant to be. The one who is truly meant for you will not whisper in fear. They will speak in truth, stay in faith, and walk beside you in peace. You are whole, dear one. You are guided, protected, and deeply loved. The angels surround you now, turning every moment of uncertainty into preparation for your blessings. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. The divine is working behind the scenes, aligning hearts, guiding steps, and writing the next chapter of your destiny with love. Keep walking with faith, for your path is holy, and you are never alone.